guys, it's Miss Prince. Today I prepared for you a real-time video tutorial on how to draw a turtle. So follow along with the steps as I guide you through it, and feel free to hit the pause button anytime you need to stop or catch up. I look forward to seeing how you go with the lesson. Enjoy! To start off with material wise, I'm going to start with my HB pencil. HB is great because you can draw very lightly, you can barely see it, and then you're able to very easily rub it out without any evidence of your pencil mark. So to start off, you look for the shapes. For me, the first shape I'm going to draw is this head right here. So we've got a lovely oval that I've decided was going to be in this corner. Now I'm going to draw a little darker than normal so it actually turns up on the camera screen. The next shape I'm going to do is the body. We've got a much larger oval which basically covers the rest of that space. Again, keep your pencil nice and loose because this gives you flexibility with your pen. If you're drawing closely like this, that's great for doing detail work, but when you're trying to get your initial sketch done, you can possibly lose your confidence when you're not quite doing what you want it to do. Here, this is our next piece in here. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. We're just using a reference image so that we can create a turtle that looks like a turtle. Okay, so this in here. Again, I am drawing darker than I normally would for my initial outline, just so that it comes up on the camera. Okay, so this is just the nuts and bolts of this turtle. We've got the head, the body, and the legs. Now what I'm going to do is just start to refine my outline so that I've got a clear idea of where my pencil marks are going to be, and then I can rub out the rest. So just following this here. I'm constantly looking back at my image. Back and forth. I think I want my mouth to be here. Following down this line that I gave myself. Okay, I can already see some of the mistakes and I'm correcting those now with my darker line. All my other lines were light enough that I can rub them out when I don't need them. So again, take your time, but don't do it too slowly or else you might have shaky pen lines. Okay, and underneath here is the body. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to just rub out quickly my other lines, just so I'm just working with the pencil marks that I'm happy with. When it comes to turtle shells, every turtle has their own unique design on the turtle, so don't worry too much about what the picture has in front of you. You can sort of just instinctively make your own design. Now I'm just going to quickly add in the rest of the turtle's markings. Again, doesn't have to be exactly the same. Pretty much anything you do will give the turtle some personality. Okay, well here we basically have the outline of the turtle. This is the point where you can decide creatively what you're going to do with your picture. You can leave it like this, you can outline it with a pen, have some nice bold outlines. You could color it in with color pencils. I've previously painted turtles with very bright highlighter colors. And again, if you have some graphite pencils, I've got 2B, 4B, 6B here to give me the ability to do a tonal drawing, which is what I'll be doing for the rest of this video. So the harder you press your pencil, the darker your mark making is going to be. Currently using my 2B pencil. I'm just sort of colouring in all the turtles patterns I've created for myself. This will give it a nice contrast between the dark and the lights against its skin. There appears to be an ant crawling around on my page. Okay, so now that everything is sort of highlighted there, I'm just going to use my blender. So this is just a paper stump. If you don't have a paper stump, you can use a cotton bud, which is fine. That works almost the same. You can also roll up a piece of paper and use that. I've done that before when I've got nothing else in front of me. So this sort of spreads out the graphite. I use it when I'm trying to remove pencil marks, and particularly when I'm doing a photorealistic drawing and I don't want sort of any evidence of pencil mark making. However, for the purpose of this drawing, you know, I've quite clearly left my pencil marks there for that expressive effect. For this purpose, I'm just spreading around my graphite. It's a great way of shading quickly. And it's sort of non-committal as well. If you make a mistake, or if, you know, for example, if I spread it here by mistake, I can very easily use my rubber to rub that out. So that's a great way of blending or doing very minor shading without using your pencil. And again, if I wanted to create highlights, for example, here under the chin, I want to remove some of that. I can just sort of dab it. Alright, so that was using HB and 2B. Now with my 4B, I'm just going to make sure I've got a nice sharp point. I'm just going to go around and just add in the parts that I definitely want darker. This is going to add some variety and contrast to my image. Great way to add three-dimensional illusion is to make sure the direction of your mark making. So for example, here I've gone this way and then I've sort of moved where my pencil is aimed at so that it gives the illusion that this is a spherical shape. Just deciding where there's certain areas that are going to be darker than others. A bit of shadow under the foot here. Sort of outline some of these to be a bit darker. Again on here, the front flip, I just want it to be slightly darker. Some areas. So you can see I'm working fairly fast on this. Normally my drawings take me 10+ hours, but sometimes it's nice to just be quick. Definitely evoke a different emotion with these quick mark making patterns. And just make sure that my eye's got a nice contrast. And then if you really wanted, and you have the ability to use a 6B pencil, you can pretty much do all of that again, but just, again, just sort of giving yourself that extra layer of gradient. So you don't do it everywhere you just went. Just in certain areas. Make certain areas pop. Great, well I hope you've learned a few tips about drawing and in particular drawing turtles. I can't wait to see what you created this lesson, and I'll see you at the next tutorial. See ya!